My name is Gabriela Silva, and me with my group, the Art and Castillo and Sara Santos, are going to explain to you the carbohydrates. Okay, so what are carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are a type of micronutrients found in certain foods and drinks, such as milk, fruit, vegetables, and grains. They are the body's main source of energy as they are later broken down into glucose. So, what do carbohydrates do? They produce the energy the body needs to function correctly. Enough energy to make the body do all of its necessary functions. So this happens during the following process. First of all, the digestive system breaks down carbs into glucose that are absorbed into the bloodstream. Finally, the body releases insulin that directs this glucose into the cells for obtaining the energy. If there is extra glucose in the body, this one's gonna be stored in the liver or in the muscles. Although if there is still too much glucose and the storage is maxed out in these two places, the remaining glucose is going to turn into fat. Okay, so now we have a classification. Carbs are classified into three different groups that are monosaccharides like glucose, fructose, and galactose, disaccharides like sucrose, lactose, and maltose, and polysaccharides like starch, glycogen, and cellulose. Monosaccharides and disaccharides are the simple carbohydrates, while polysaccharides are complex carbohydrates. And what does that mean? I'm going to explain that by showing you the different chemical structures. So first of all the carbohydrates have a chemical structure of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen that follows the general formula of C in a ratio of 1, H in a ratio of 2, and O in a ratio of 1 as well. Okay, so first of all we have monosaccharides. They are the smaller molecules that are the basic building blocks that link together to form more complex carbohydrates. These ones are also known as monomers. For example, we have glucose, that is the most important monosaccharide. Its formula is C6H12 and O6, as we can see. Then we have the disaccharides. These ones are formed when two monosaccharides molecules bond together through a dehydration synthesis reaction, resulting in the loss of a water molecule. For example, we have sucrose. It's basically when glucose and fructose bond together, losing one water molecule, as I explained. Finally, we have polysaccharides. These ones are formed when many monosaccharides are bonded together. Water molecules are also removed when these bonds are formed. The example we have here is a starch. As you can see, a starch molecule is one with many glucose molecules bond together, forming a long chain. In general, polysaccharides can be formed by a long chain called amylose or branch chains called amylopexine.
Hello, my name is Sara Santos, and today I'm going to talk about the food sources of carbohydrates. Well, carbohydrates are found in many foods that we eat every day, such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains like brown rice, like oats, beans, and lentils, and also dairy products like milk and yogurt. Well, these foods give us carbohydrates together with vitamins, minerals, and fiber. And that's why they're considered good natural sources. Then we have less healthy carbohydrate foods that are these foods with a lot of added sugar, for example soda, candies, pastries, and foods that are made with, for example, refined white flour. These carbohydrates raise the blood sugar very fast, and they don't provide much nutrition to your body. And so the message here is that even if we often think that our carbohydrates are bad, it is not like this. There are two types of carbohydrates, as I mentioned before. The natural carbohydrates are the ones that help your body, and the produced chemically or artificially carbohydrates are these ones that contain a lot of sugar and are not good for your body. Now I will explain the benefits of a healthy diet based on carbohydrates. When we choose good quality carbohydrates, we get many advantages. For example, the first benefit that we can find is that carbohydrates give us energy, and they feed our brain, muscles, and nervous systems with glucose that is like their main fuel. And that means that when we eat healthy carbohydrates, we can think better and perform better in things like school or work and even physical activities. And the second benefit that we can find with a healthy carbohydrate diet is that the carbohydrates with fiber improve digestion, and the fiber, for example, helps our intestines to work well and prevents constipation in your belly. This gives us a healthy digestive system. The third benefit that we can find is that carbohydrates help us control our weight. For example, high fiber diets with carbs make us feel full and satisfied, so we don't get hungry very fast. And this can help to prevent overeating. The fourth benefit that we find with carbohydrates is that they can reduce the risk of diseases. For example, when people eat more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, they have a lower risk of developing, for example, diabetes and heart disease. This because these foods do not raise blood sugar as quickly as so sugary drinks or candy. It's also important to recognize how meaningful it is to consume carbohydrates because they can help you prevent some chronic diseases and support a healthy diet to your body. They provide good nutrients if you don't consume the artificial carbohydrates that contain a lot of sugar. So it's important also to prevent the high consumption of oversaturated carbohydrates, for example, the ones that come in the packages and all of this.
Okay, so now we're going to give you a healthy diet proposal for an average student between 15 and 17 years old. This is average, so it's not the exact calorie intake you should take because it depends on your gender, your height, your weight, and the total physical activity you do. So don't worry, this is general. So the total calorie intake should be around 2,000 to 2,500 calories per day. So for a general explanation, a balanced diet must include the 4 biomolecules, which are carbohydrates, our main energy source, like pasta, rice, fruits, vegetables, and oatmeals. Then we have proteins, which helps build and repair tissues. Good options of those are chicken, eggs, beans, and fish. Then we have the lipids, which are healthy fats, protect of organs and support brain function. I choose for this olive oil, avocado, and nuts. And last, we have nucleic acids, which are found in all natural foods, especially in meat, fish, and legumes. They help with cell growth and DNA formation. The plate must be divided as this. First, you have this half. In this half, you have the carbohydrates and proteins. Then on this half, you have like 75% being vegetables and fruits, and then the 25% of the half of the 25% being the lipids because they're healthy and you need them, but not in such great quantities. Okay, remember the plate that we give you is, for example, for lunch, which is a bigger meal of the day, but it could apply to every meal, but depending on how you apply each meal every day. So we're going to give you an example of what you could eat in a day. So for breakfast, you could include oatmeal with milk and banana, being really good and healthy. For lunch, you might have grilled chicken with rice, salad, and a small portion of avocado. And for dinner, you could put fish with vegetables and a yogurt, and it would be a great diet plan. And for snacks, you could have 2 snacks a day, one after breakfast and one after lunch. So this could be fruits and nuts,